Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the front room of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. It's Monday night at 8 o'clock, and that means it's time for a live sale. But not just any live sale. This is my Traces of Vases in Places. I don't know whether it's going to be the first annual or not. I suppose it could be. It's an all vase sale tonight. Vases. Well, I'll tell you what, got a bunch of them here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. And of course, I did a preview. So that went out earlier today, whether you had a chance to see it or not. Hello, Kathy in the Philly suburbs, and Elena and Karen Williams. Thank you for being here, ladies. If you did see the preview earlier today, then you know exactly what's for sale tonight. If you didn't see the preview, then I guess it's going to be somewhat of a surprise, only that it's an all vase sale. Thank you, Mike. I'm glad that you liked the preview. Hi, Judy. Like you, I went in the backyard and cut some wonderful daffodils from my own backyard. Here they are, grown right here in good old South Jersey soil. Hi, Crazed Vintage Model and Cara Ramal and Kathy and Karen Taylor and M Fellows. I try not to do that because I turn away and I won't call. I'll miss someone's name. And if you saw the preview, you may be saying, Scott, you didn't show us that emerald green, what looks like a fan vase when you did your preview. No, I didn't show it to you. And I didn't show it to you because I wasn't sure if it was going to be for sale or not. It just might be. It's an antique fan vase. Boy, doesn't it look nice with those daffodils in it. We'll have to see. Dinner was wonderful, Jenny. Judy, I appreciate you asking. I had a lovely ham dinner at a local diner with a friend of mine. It was wonderful. Just got home a few minutes ago. And these daffodils are cut a little. They were cut small for a different vase. Yeah. And then I put them in this, so they're not exactly the right size, but they're doing okay. Oh, your perennials are just starting to peek out? Well, we'll have to see. You might be able to twist my arm and get me to offer this emerald green antique fan vase, Swung vase tonight. And gosh, I have a couple other Swung vases. I have a few surprises that you didn't see in the preview. I don't like to be too predictable. Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome. Oh, I've got some things to tell you. How does the screen look? Can you see me? And you can see me and you can hear me. If the light is too bright, I'll turn it down. And it might be a tad too bright. So if you'll give me uno momento. I'm going to turn this one down. I do not know what I did. That should have taken just a little bit of the sharpness out of the light. That might have helped it a tad bit. We'll see when I pop back in. I don't want to look like I have mortician's makeup on, you know. I don't wear makeup, but you know what I meant. Screen is fine, view is good. Okay, Lisa Lamp, thanks. I have to give you a break. You know, I used to broadcast from the back room all the time with all the old radios behind me, and then quite frequently at the dining room table. But recently, it's been out here in the front room just to shake it up and give you a different view, something different to look at. And I brought these cut flowers in and put them in an EAPG vase pitcher, which isn't for sale tonight because I'm strictly sticking to the vase form, even though pitchers make lovely vases. Of course, the water will not sit in here for weeks because that's how you get damaged glass. Don't want to do that. All right, what do I want to tell you? Well, what I want to tell you is this. Now look here. Every single one of you who has quit teasing. Well, it'll be for sale. It's just not tonight. That picture. Within the last week, I've gotten, I don't know, half a dozen or so folks saying, I want to participate, but I don't know how. And that's my fault, not yours. Having been immersed in live sales over the years and having done them for so long, you think everybody knows what you're talking about. Well, there are a lot of folks who watch this channel that are not conversant with the way a live sale works. No pre-registration needed. I will ship worldwide. I would suggest, if you're not sure, just watch the first couple of things that are sold tonight to kind of get the hang of it, and you'll see how easy it is. I will simply hold an item up such as that. Not yet, right? And I'll say something like, we're going to start the bidding at $8. In the screen, you'll see people type in 8, 10, 12, 15, 19, however high it wants to go. And I'll count it down. Now, when we go from 10 down to 1, if people are still fighting over it and bidding over it, we let the bids roll, just like at a regular auction. That's not to make you pay more than you want to, but that's fair for everybody. I could cut it right off at 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. But because of the lag, some people are still lagging even after that 10 seconds. And so if Karen is our moderator, and she's wonderful. So Karen will see if a couple people are interested in something, she'll go ahead and give everybody the chance that they'd like to have to win the item, just like a regular auction. But at a regular auction, the auctioneer can see you, right? He or she can see you hold that paddle up. Now, I can't see you. What I can see are bids coming in. When Karen and I see bids coming in, we treat that just like people holding up the paddles, yeah? So you will see that countdown, and that countdown is, okay, this is it. You better get those bids in there if it's something that you want. And if it doesn't look like there's any type of, I want to say battling going on, but if there's not a whole lot of interest in an item and the bids are finished, Karen will put that stop in there, and she does it like no other. I cannot tell you how valuable, how invaluable it is to have Karen doing what she does. So thank you, Karen, for putting those stops in there. And I appreciate what you said, Judy. I do believe you need to be subscribed to bid. Well, yes, everybody has to subscribe to the channel to bid. So I appreciate you saying that. If I forget to mention that. So you have to be a subscriber. That's it, Kathy. You let the bids roll. That's it. And what else? Okay, let me stick to what I have to say, because you know how I am. No money orders, no check by mail. You can't give me your credit card number. And I've had people do that, and I delete it immediately. So don't send any of that. It all takes place through something called PayPal, which is a secure site. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can check out as a guest, but you will still receive an invoice from PayPal. So don't get confused. I've had people before, they say, well, I'm a guest. And then I send them the invoice and they don't want to pay it because it says PayPal. And I say, no. So you just click it. It is easy. It's really easy. Karen will ask questions. She is highlighted in blue and she does have her wrench. I guess it's blue. So she'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have if you happen to be confused about anything. But don't be shy. Just jump right in and have a good time if you see something that you like. Now, when I'm showing the items, most of my talking it's not going to be about the weather or about my bad back or about the broken down car. It's about the items for sale. I love to have personal chats with you, and I can easily do that when we have live thrift hauls like the one I had this afternoon, or front seat frivolities. So I'm not ignoring you, but if you're asking questions that are not about the items, I usually don't stop, because I like to keep the continuity, keep the auction going, keep it moving, and offer as many items as possible. So, and it also, Karen also appreciates it because it helps her see the bids. It helps her to be able to answer questions. So you're all welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And happy Holy Week or Passion Week, however you particularly refer to it if you observe it, with Easter Sunday coming up. And I know I'll be looking forward to an Easter dinner with family, cousins, aunts and uncles. Are you getting those deviled eggs ready? I bet you are. That's an Anchor Hocking tumbler that I'm drinking out of here. Mm-hmm. And I'm thirsty because I had a delicious grilled ham slice, you know, with the raisins and little sauce they put on, the brown sugar and the raisin sauce they put on the top. And I had a side dish of lima beans, pickled beets, and coleslaw. And it was wonderful. So I hope you guys had a nice dinner as well. All right. Oh, Lucas, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And it's Revive It Life. I've got to remember to put, I keep forgetting that you can moderate. No, that's not what I mean. You now have Revive It Life, not Revive It Sisters. So I do want to give you that moderator's abilities as well. And I appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. We have 20, 30 vases to sell tonight. And we're celebrating. Yes, I took my allergy pill. We are celebrating springtime. We were just under 2 feet of snow about 3 weeks ago, weren't we? We're celebrating. These are all real. These from my backyard. These from a florist. We're celebrating springtime and the beautiful natural beauty of flowers and our need for something to put them in. Vases. Now, do you have any questions before we get started? It is 8:12, and at about 8:15, we're going to get the ball rolling. We have 250 folks with us. We'll go till 10 o'clock, 10:15. But if you've got any questions about anything that we're going to do tonight, fire away. And I'm always afraid I'm missing something. I imagine I am. Be in top chat, live chat. I'm sorry, be in live chat in your chat window. Hit refresh. You know, you might want to go in and hit refresh every so often. And remember that everyone's internet speeds alter depending on how old your devices are. When the last time you did a defrag, some of you are saying, what is a defrag? I didn't know I was supposed to do that. It's all right. How fast your internet speed is. And if you have a teenager upstairs playing games, right? Doesn't that slow computers down? I don't know. I don't have a teenager upstairs playing games. I have mice and spiders upstairs. Hi, Scott. Been watching a while. And May just bid tonight. Oh, right. DK Orange Gree. I'm not good at why don't you gain weight? Why don't you gain weight? I look at something and gain weight. Oh, I can put on a pound or two. I guess it's heredity maybe and metabolism. Well, and you know how much I move. Ooh, I'm always on the move. Even when I'm sitting still, I'm moving. I guess we don't have any questions. Did I do my mail right? Is it Gmail? Yeah, last time I put Hotmail. Oh gosh. Don't congratulate. Also, don't congratulate high bidders until Scott and Karen. Oh, thanks, Mike. And that's so people don't get confused. The glass you're drinking from, who makes it? It was made by Anchor Hocking. And they were Anchor Hocking by that time. La la la. Took me 3 years to recall name of those yellow flowers. Oh, the daffodils? Oh, I've got a couple surprises that weren't in. I have got the biggest hall vase I think they might have ever made outside of like an exhibition, you know. I'm going to show it to you. I cannot believe that this vase is this big. And I've got 2 hall vases up on the mantle that match. I've just put them up there. I used to keep this one on top of the mantle clock, but it's just out of proportion. It's so big. So I'm going to show you at some point during the sale some other items that I've got that you didn't see in the preview, including the biggest hall vase I have ever found. And it's a pretty one. It has a little chip on the top. But the nice thing about pottery is you crafters can get some clay and little paints and do your own pottery repair yourself in many cases. Okay, we still have 0 flowers here in Lake Erie. Oh, thank you for asking for the thumbs up. That's a nice of you to say that. Let me go ahead and refresh myself and see where we are. All right, there we are. Let me go back to live chat. And if there isn't anything else to chat about, I see no reason why we shouldn't get it started. Now, why don't we do that? Why don't we begin with an 8-inch early American pattern glass vase, which is only starting at $15. It has one small chip on its tooth. I do too. Down here at the base. But look at that irregular base. Good heavens. Nobody's going to see it. And it's not a missing tooth. It's just a chip on a tooth. That's a pretty one. I had the daffodils in it out on the porch. Now, this is pressed in a mold, not cut. Yeah. Okay. This is your everyday, work-a-day, middle-class glass, not the American Brilliant. Yeah. So still, and I didn't look this up on the database, but if you want to have fun doing that, and you know, I don't always care what a pattern is, but sometimes it's fun to do that. And but this isn't one that I looked up. I don't know if Karen had a chance to or not, but it starts at $15 and it's 8 inches tall. So early American pattern glass is all molded glass pressed in molds. This is made in the United States, was made in the United States. And this glass was factory produced in the 1880s, 90s. Yeah. It's really from the after the Civil War. And you'll still see a little bit of this around, you know, World War I. Then it kind of fades into old-fashioned, out of style. PA Buzzard has our opening bid of $15. We're going to go ahead and count this down. Now, when I say I'm going to go ahead and count it down, that doesn't mean you can't put bids in. That means we're getting ready to move on to the next item. Now, look, folks, everything tonight is a vase. And we all know what we do with a vase, right? That's right. You hit the burglars over the head with it. So there's not a whole lot to talk about other than makers and history and all of that. So we'll move it along. Anyone else interested, jump right in on this EAPG 8-inch tall vase with one little chip on a tooth down at the bottom. It's a pretty one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. If you see me looking over to that way, and I never know which is your right and which is my left. I'm looking at a larger screen. I have 3 screens in front of me, believe it or not, and no stage manager. At least not. Okay, flowers, thank you. At least not present. And so with the 3 screens, there's a lot going on in here. The stop is in, and PA Buzzard will pick that up for $21, and I thank you. See, that was easy. You get the hang of it? If I make a mistake, you guys will help me. How about this? Now, technically, I'm cheating on this one. This is the only, well, I'm cheating on one other item as well, but hey, I'm allowed to cheat once in a while. I know. It's $8. It starts at $8. Yeah, it was 1 bookend. But look, it's open. It's open, which means it is a perfect vase, I think. Hey, why not? So it is a bookend, which was made in Japan. And look at the cardinal. Look at him with his little hat. I love that little hat they wear. So she has a fan. She's flustered. Yeah. Oh, my word, sweetie. You need to pull the bodice on that. Woo. I better cover that up. I heard somebody got their channel taken down because they showed booby doobies. Are you allowed even to say that? I never know what you can say and do on these things. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. But anyway, somebody lost their channel because they showed some. Anyway, there are no chips or cracks on that. And it's pretty. Oh, come on now. So it's got the Japan on the bottom. This was made after the Second World War. We just have one. And it's a funny little thing. I thought it might be a spill for the fireplace. I actually think it's I think it's one of a bookend. I don't know what, because this was made in the 50s and 60s. I don't know if it would be a spill, Karen, but I could use it as one. We'll see why not. She is fully clothed all the way around. Ooh, she's showing her ankle. Boy, those Victorians got a thrill out of that. I don't know what was so thrilling about an ankle when she's showing all of this up here. Well, anyway, I think it's kind of cool. See, I just don't know. I don't know if spills were still being made in the 60s. Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't. But you see how this is just so flat here? I'm so accustomed to these as being bookends. So she's got the vapors. The high bid right now is 12. And are you seeing it okay? Am I holding it up? Hold it still. I need to try to remember to hold things still. I'm not very good at that. We'll count her down with her little fan. 10, 9, 8. High bid is 12. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I show the fingers so that Karen is able to see that, and she accounts for the lag because she's in another state. Alrighty, so our high bid on that was Lisa. Ooh, wait a minute. Of course, we have to wait for the stop to come in. The stop is in, and my winner is Lisa Moran, I think at 12. So Lisa, I want to thank you for that. And again, if you're new to the channel and I don't know you, you go ahead, bid, win, and all you have to do is during the sale, and Karen will put it in there. You'll send me your information. My email is up on my computer right here, and I can easily double check it anytime that I need to do it. Now I've got 2. I love these. We start at $15. They're 6 inches tall. I've had them before. You've seen this before. Hey, I don't have 1, I have 2. I love a pair of anything. Yeah. don't you? Pottery, inexpensive, Czechoslovakian lusterware. These were made sometime between the two wars. That's the first one and the second one. So both for one money. So these were pumped out sometime between 1918 to about 1939 or so. And they are small pottery, no chips, no cracks, no damage. You'll get a little bit of wear on the luster. That's typical, not bad on these, but there is a little bit of wear to the luster here and there. And the black and orange color, we know we love. Oh, I had it turned the wrong way. Ooh, I had them turned the wrong way. You couldn't see the black. Now you can see. Look at that. So the backs of them don't have the black paint on the handles, but from the front, you have the black paint. These are 6 inches tall, and they are stamped typically on the bottom, as these are, with the mark for Czechoslovakia. These were inexpensive. They were meant for the Western to be shipped out, export, and these are probably sold in Woolworths for 39 cents during the Depression. I just love these things. They're small. You got a small house? I do. You have a little apartment? Hey, this is lovely for any time of year, but really pretty to decorate with during the autumn season, I think. The rolled paper too late. Spills. Okay, they're talking about spills. So the two pottery matching Czechoslovakian vases, which I like it because they look like miniature jardiniers. Do they not? On pedestals. So are there any questions at all about the Czechoslovakian lusterware pottery pieces? If not, we'll count them down. Elena Cunningham right now has our high bid at $18. We have a couple people. Ty, how do we know the cost of shipping? You don't know, except I'll tell you this. My zip code, well, I'll tell you this. I ship from New Jersey. The cost of shipping depends upon the size of the box and how far away you live from me. So for instance, the closer you live to New Jersey, the cheaper the shipping is. I can tell you now, the most expensive place for me to ship is like Nevada, Oregon, California. Oh, it's expensive. Washington State. These are just vases, just decorative vases. I use pirate ship, and I do not charge for shipping. Everything goes out by UPS or USPS, and it's all just based upon how much this weighs, the size of the box, and how far you live from where I live. Can't give you anything. So where do you live, Vintage Fox? What state are you in? I should have just asked you that. You want to tell us? Oh, you're in Orlando. Shipping to Orlando ain't that bad. I can put these in a box and ship these to Orlando for about $9. That was a rough, And as I said, I don't charge for any shipping materials. All right, let's count these down. Now I don't know where we are, but 10, 9. I think the high bid is 19. 10, 9. You get both of them. 8, 7, 6. Yeah, it's expensive to ship to Oregon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I want you to remember this. Come here. I want to remind you of something when we're talking about the cost of shipping. Now, I know it's the same for all of us. Groceries have gone up. Car insurance has gone up. And have you filled your tank? I don't want to get political. Woo! But it's costing me a lot, and you a lot, to fill your cars with gas. But I do all the shopping for you. So you can just wait and have it show up at your doorstep. That's kind of a service I'm providing. So I don't feel so bad about the shipping, because you don't have to drive anywhere or pay any tolls or anything like that. I do all of that. I'm not complaining. And I didn't say you were. Okay. The stop is in, and the Vintage Fox got them, I think. The Vintage Fox shops. Okay, Vintage Fox, you're new to me. I love it. Yay! New buyer, round of applause, reverse. Would you kindly, Vintage Fox, at 20? Okay, hold on, everybody, because I gotta read this. I have purchased items but never been upset over shipping. I'm in Washington State. Carrie, I appreciate you saying that. I don't overcharge any. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Vintage Fox at 20. So go ahead and email me, Fox. I will need you to do it during the show, because then that way I know I don't get stuck. Not that you would, but it happens. That's why I ask everyone, wait a minute, because you're new and I got to get you. All right, I'll do it later. I need for folks to email. If you're new and I've never heard from you, I need you to email me during the show, because I'll check it during intermission at 9 o'clock. And a lot of times, sometimes people are missing things. Like they forget to tell me if they have a PayPal account or not, or they might leave a few things out. The invoices will be done Tuesday morning. And then I start, you know, I do the packing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I always try to get everything in the mail by Friday. Now, sometimes I get it out Tuesday. You know, I stay at home and I just pack all day. I do this by myself, and I have other things going on, as you do. So I can't give you 24-hour shipping. Question, any green glass? Yes. I have one piece of green glass tonight. Okay, so I'm just trying to catch all the questions, all the comments. Thank you. Okay, next up we've got a small haul. Oh, this is at $12. That's a cute little haul. It's a little one. $12 a haul pottery vase, 40s. It's marked haul on the bottom. I use a lot of packing materials. And we can see haul is usually marked. Well, it's always marked. And there you can see it's marked on the bottom. That's a pretty one. And instead of the matte glaze, a lot of the pastels are in a matte glaze. This has a shiny glaze. It's not cracked or crazed. It doesn't have damage or repair. It's just a cute little one. And the little one here is 6 inches tall. And Ellie Hill is at 13. My first impression goes book for 200% in the vintage market and collect. Oh, good for you, Lisa. That's wonderful. Can't watch whole thing. Okay. Hall, vase, no chips, no cracks, 1940s, pretty little guy. D. Holly has our high bid of 20. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on that really pretty Hall vase of pottery, American made, and we'll see where we go with it. Oh, that's wonderful. Coming up is well, I won't say it yet. I don't want to get ahead of Karen. The stop is in, and D. Holly is our winner at 20. And Vintage Fox, if you are uncertain about anything that you're supposed to email me, just ask. Karen has got it pinned in there in the comments. She'll tell you. Thank you, D, Holly, and anyone else who might have placed a bid on that. I appreciate it. 7 inches tall is our next item. It's an amber fan vase, and it starts at $15. $15 on an amber fan vase from the 1930s. Now, it's called a fan because it fans out at the top like that. And so when the flowers are placed in it, they will also fan out. Look at what they do. Thank you for that Easter greetings. It's appreciated. I don't know if I can get, I was planning on doing this, but okay. Unless I fill this up, they're good. Did I tell you that this starts at $15? It is from the 30s, and it is in amber. And I have not cut these for this, but you're going to get the idea. Oh, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. I can't send you the daffodils. You probably have some in your own yard, maybe. You see they're wet because I had them in another. But you'll see the way a fan, you're getting the idea of what a fan vase does. You really don't need to be much of an arranger, and I'm not. Music I can arrange, but flowers I cannot arrange. Hey, that ain't bad. The fan vase is an American-made piece. Most glass companies made fan vases in every color that you can think of that was popular in that 1930s era. And this just happens to be in amber, which is a color that I love. Gosh, the daffodils look okay in that. It's not chipped or cracked. It's pretty glass, and it has this wavy pattern. Now, I better pull them out of there so you can get a better chance, better look at the vase itself. And now we're going to have water all over the floor, but oh well, it's just water. There it is. Why don't we count that lovely amber, very pretty liquid honey. I love saying liquid honey. Fan vase. We'll count that down. 10, 9. This is the color of the glass. Yeah, it's an amber. It's pretty amber. I don't know what it looks like in here, but it's amber colored. It's amber. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Thank you, Daffodil. Thank you. 10, woo, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Mums would be beautiful in it. 4, yeah, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right. Okie dokie smoky. The fan vase is on its way. Too bad they didn't make. I missed part of that. The 7-inch amber fan vase is on its way. Nice to see daffodils. Boy, it is. And we had such a wonderful winter. We had a real winter. This was like a 1970s winter, you know? The stop is in, and I don't know who gets it. Karen Marshall at 22. Karen Marshall. Karen, I think I know you. Karen Marshall. Yeah, I think Karen is Karen Marshall. I got a lot of Karens, but Karen, I think you've purchased before. I'm pretty sure you have. Next up, we're going to start at $35. This, I think, is probably, I was hoping you'd show us the daffodils in that vase. In the fan, yeah, well, I did. I'm glad I did. The next piece, I hope it has had a chance to dry, because I just washed it. Now let me tell. Oh yes, you bought that lemon condiment set. Lemon condiment set? You mean the cream sugar spooner and are you the one that got that? Yes, you did, Karen. You did. This next piece, I think, is highly underrated. Yeah, good. We're going to start at $35. I'm certain that I will never, ever have this again. Look at the size of that 1930s pottery Czechoslovakian vase with no problems. It's not chipped, cracked. I can't believe it. You know how much this thing measures? 12 by 15. All I want to do is repeat that. 12 by 15. That is a big vase. Let's put a daffodil in it. Not awful. That poor little daffodil says, "Get me out of here. Help, help." That is, let me tell you what. If you like doing tablescapes, now I should have had this to you before Easter. If you like doing displays, this starts at $35 and no one has started us out yet. Get out of town. You're not going to find another one of these. It is stamped Czechoslovakia here on the bottom. It's not damaged. It was dirty. I mean, this is big and you have to carry it around. I cleaned it. I got the dirt off of it. It's not crazed. It's not cracked. It doesn't have those stress cracks that pottery gets. Oh, you've got a big house, you know, a big center table, yeah, a big buffet, a big dining table. Question true color, Scott? I don't understand what you mean by question true color. Great for hydrangeas. Wonderful for hydrangeas. This thing is huge, and because it fans out, like, what is the true color of this vase? You have to, when you ask me what color is this, it's blue. This is blue. I'm just going to say blue because I don't like to say, you know, like robin's egg blue, or no, it's not purple. It's blue. It is a shade of blue. We'll put it that way. And you all can decide. See, the thing is, color is very, I'll just give primary colors. I'm not going to do robin's egg or periwinkle because we'll all argue over that. And again, remember, colors are different on your screens. The coloring on your screens are set differently. So I'm just going to tell you that it's a light blue color, but I'm not going to get into any more detail than that because it will look different to different people's eyes, right? Some will think periwinkle, some will think, you know, other color blues, but it is blue and not purple. And I just kind of try to keep it simple because it's a lot harder when I don't, you know, if I say it's periwinkle and you get it and you think, well, it's not periwinkle, it's robin's egg, and then you want to send it back and then it's a mess. So that's kind of the best I can say is it's a blue color. Yeah, it's blue, not purple. Yeah, there's no purple in it. Just very pretty blue. And talk about a big vase. That's a big one. And pottery without damage. Woo! Good heavens. I think if you hold that closer, you can see it's blue. It's blue. It is a big blue vase, and it's fantastic. So we'll count it down. The high bid right now, oh, I don't know. The high bid right now is 50, and whatever shade it is, it's a great color blue, yeah. Do you see why I kind of just stick to, see, because that's blue, right? But now everybody sees these two blue colors differently. And it just doesn't make any sense to spend a whole lot of time which blue it is. I mean, you just kind of have to look at it, and I wouldn't be that good at that anyway. So, oh, gladiolas. 10, count it down. I think the high bid is 50. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And we'll wait for the stop to come in. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at 3 different screens, and this is a different shade of blue on all 3 of my screens. It's darker on the TV, it's lightest on my computer, and it's somewhere in between on my cell phone. So that's why it makes it difficult to say, ooh, it's definitely a particular shade. It's kind of hard to do that when you have all these screens and everybody's screen is different. So I appreciate you letting me be a little not so specific on that. I've had that for probably 10 years. I've used it, loved it. I used it in Philly when I had my huge fireplace and that huge mirror and those 20-foot ceilings. The scale is a little too big for me here in the bungalow, so letting it go. But it's going to be beautiful at someone else's house. And as we wait for the stop to come in, I want to thank the 350 people that are here tonight. I know this is a busy week for a lot of folks with church services and preparing things for Easter. So I appreciate you being here this Monday night. with me. And so that we're going to go ahead and we'll have our stop. And it looks like maybe Justine has it at 78. Let's look at that again. Oh, good night, Carmen. And I think it's 78. Like my records. And it's Justine. And Justine, and I want to thank everybody who put those bids in. But it looks as though Justine and Karen says yes. So Terry, I know you were going for it, and several of others worked. Justine, congratulations. It's yours at 28. Okay. Time is it? 8:45. We better keep going. We don't have time to sit here on our... Starting at $65 is... I love this. Now, it's blue. Oh, wait, 78? What did I say? Didn't I say 78? I wrote down 78. If I said something else, that was my mistake. Oh, 28, 78. Okay, so that 78, yeah. That's what I wrote down. I'm sorry if I said 28. I don't know where that came from. This starts at $65. It's made of glass. It's dark blue glass with silver overlay. It's from the 1930s. I will hold it up close to you, but you just have to take my word for the fact that no matter what it might look like on your screen, it is a beautiful, deep, deep blue, similar to this. Cobalt blue glass. The maker of the glass is unknown to me, but I do know who did the silver overlay work. That was done in the 30s, and it's marked sterling. Now, you know, there were companies that were decorating houses, and all they did was buy glass, right, from West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and then they would decorate it. And the sterling, there was in Connecticut. So you'll see, and I showed you, you won't be able to see it here, but the mark is right here. Do you see? You'll see it. It's that there's a word sterling. It's written right there. I know you can't see it because my cell phone doesn't focus. So I don't even know why I'm trying. But it is marked and it's decorated all the way around. So this is an oak, an acorn, and an oak leaf pattern, which has been applied to this beautiful cobalt blue glass. And it's an item that would have been produced in the 1930s. It looks blue on my television screen. It looks black on my computer. But it is a beautiful, deep, deep blue. And it is "11 inches tall. The condition is very, very, very good. It's also decorated on this side. There is one spot here at the top where a little bit of that silver has lifted. You see here? This is so thickly applied, it's like glued on there with an adhesive. And right here and here, it caught on something, and just a tiny bit of it has picked off. I think you can see that in the screen. But that's it. And it's only on that one section right there, not really noticeable at all unless you get right up on it. So we'll look at it, we'll turn it this way, and you can see it didn't have a lid. It's kind of in the shape of a ginger jar, I guess. Daryl McInnes has our opening bid of 65. It's not black, it's blue. I have to keep restating that. It is blue, 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 blue. It's not like black glass, which could be amethyst, but it's really black. This is blue. Blue, blue, blue. And when you get it, you'll see it's blue. And if this silver tarnishes, you can lightly clean it. I lightly cleaned it to bring up this beautiful, to bring out the silver. Because the whole idea partially in that deco era was the mixing of mediums. This bright silver, which it was meant to be, on top of this rich, rich blue color. Are you able to see the blue? Your preview video showed the colors very well. Okay, Mike, thanks. Good, good, good. Yeah, I know it's kind of can be hard to tell. So it's very similar to Farber Brothers, who got their glass from Cambridge, but put the Cambridge glass in the Farber Brothers chrome. Yeah. Well, when you bought that, you didn't necessarily know you were getting Cambridge glass. So Sterling, the decorating company that did the overlay decoration on this, and this would have been very stunning, very modern looking in the 1930s. The silver overlay on top of the blue. I think it's a beautiful vase. The high bid right now is whatever it is. Whatever it is. I think our high bid is now $75. Tom, you're new, and okay, so now Lucas, we're up to 77. Let's go ahead and count it down if we don't have any questions. 10, and there's silver at the bottom. Yeah, and around the top. My gosh. Can you see this on a center table with peacock feathers in it? Or if you had enough, oh my gosh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I love this thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the 1930s deco cobalt blue glass vase with the Sterling Company and the silver overlay decoration. What a delight to be able to bring that to you tonight. And I'll tell you, folks, I drive all over South Jersey, Eastern Pennsylvania, and anywhere I can go to find quality items like that. And it's fun to do. And I'm so glad there's an audience that appreciates it and collects it. So we're going to go ahead and let that piece find its new home. I'm delighted at the 340 folks we have here. Give a thumbs up if you can. Lucas, you got it at 99, I think. All right, Lucas, and thank you everyone who tried out for that. Like you were auditioning for Annie. Lucas, I thank you. Congratulations, and let me have a sip and take a breath. And we'll keep it going. Starting at $170. Starting at $170, Karen, is our Consolidated Phoenix Dancing Nudes. Now, I've been accused several times of being a dancing nude, but I can promise you it was on a very different occasion with not this many people watching. Having said that, that's the dancing nudes I'm talking about. Wowzer. Condition, wonderful. It's not chipped. It's not cracked. It's not dirty. It ain't got its clothes on, but you know what? Every time I get curtain material, I have the, hey, you know what? All of you who have done your spring cleaning, did any of you take your clothes off and do your spring cleaning like that? You say, you know, I don't have the energy to take these curtains down. Put on some good music. Take your clothes off. I bet you get your curtains washed pretty fast, especially if you're running around the house with no clothes on and no curtains. I'm just being goofy. But, you know, I have to talk. You need the story behind. No, you don't, Brenda. Brenda, no, you don't. Standing at 12 inches tall. And we have a little bit of a label still on the bottom, the Phoenix label. Can you see it? Martelet. Now, a couple of people told me I was pronouncing it wrong. So I asked the man who wrote the book on Consolidated Phoenix, and he calls it Martelet. So that's good enough for me. It's a line of glass that was produced in the 30s, and the Consolidated Company and the Phoenix Company were two different companies, very separate companies. But in order to stay in business in the 30s, Consolidated sent a whole bunch of their Martelet molds over to Phoenix, and Phoenix produced it. But that they came out with their own highly sculptured. We're going to have another piece coming up. That's it there. Yeah. That's Consolidated Phoenix as well. So your neighbors would scream and faint if you cleaned your curtains in the nude. Oh, I'm glad you're not my neighbor. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Some of us clean that way, but we wear tap shoes. Woo! What do you want to ask me about this thing so we can stop talking about naked people? I started it. I know. And, you know, Karen will call me tomorrow and she'll say, Scott, you started it. You got all those people talking about cleaning their house with no clothes on. Darlene, you're behind in your bids. We're up to 183, so hit refresh. Anyway, these dancing nudes are all the way around. Look at this pink color. This would come in different colors. And once you've seen a few pieces of the Martelet line and the kind of work that Consolidated Phoenix was doing in the 30s, you will recognize it. And you'll commit it to memory and you'll know. Now, I did not buy this in a thrift shop. I didn't pay $10 for it. I paid over $100 for it, but I knew its value. I knew the condition was wonderful. And I wanted to buy it so that I could bring it to you. And I do know the value of it. And I love this. So again, we're in that Art Deco era of the 30s. And if there are no questions, we will go ahead and count it down. Whew, if my channel goes dead tomorrow, you'll know I got in trouble for talking about running around with no clothes on too much. 10, the high bid is 195. 10, 9, it is beautiful. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm sorry, 2, 1. Those nudes have me all flustered. On the Dancing Nude Phoenix Consolidated, wonderful Art Deco vase. These girls are going to be double boxed, and I'll put some clothes on them too before I ship them. Just kidding. I can't believe it's already 9 o'clock. My word. We may end up going till about 10:30 tonight. Is that okay? I don't like to keep you guys up past your bedtime. But we might have to do that. We might have to run a little bit late tonight. The Consolidated. Oh, that's okay. Randy says he can stay up late tonight. I think my lights are too bright. Gosh. I don't know what we're going to do next. Maybe the Brilliant Cut. That's fine. You slept in late. It's okay for these beauties. Okay. I appreciate that. Oh, the light is okay. The stop is in. I'm on vacation this week. Look at you. Terry, it's headed to your house at 3:06. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. I appreciate that. And so, Terry, you know I appreciate that, and everyone else as well. So, Terry, it's yours at 3:06. thank you so much. Thanks everybody who placed bids on that. We're going to do the other consolidated piece in a couple of minutes, but let's go to our 2 American Brilliant Cut. Oh, come here to me, you. Now I have to take a breath over this. Over here on the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 big books that were all donated to me by a lovely person who wants to remain anonymous. Terry, thank you. Did you get the toaster and the coffee pot? I think that was you. It is so difficult to identify American Brilliant Cut, but I guess I should hold this up, give you the starting price, and then run my lips. So sometimes called a corset vase. This one starts at $150, and it's not damaged, and it's cut, and it's 14 inches tall. So we have a 14-inch tall American Brilliant Cut vase, which, as you well know, the lighting in here won't do it justice at all. Those of you who know your ABC, that's the American Brilliant Cut. Golly gee whiz, you know. So starting at $150, a 14-inch tall ABC vase. Now, what is American Brilliant Cut? It's leaded glass. It comes out of the fire as a blank, and the skilled craftspeople carve every facet into this leaded glass. You want to know what some of the patterns are? Hobnail, crosshatch, fan, beading, blaze, fringe, miter, step, diamond, block, key, flute, thumbprint, star, hobstar, prism, bullseye, cane. That's just to mention a few that I wrote down. American Brilliant Cut glass really hits the scene big time at the Philadelphia Centennial in 1876 and runs up to about World War I. So that answers Virginia's question. This is made anywhere between 1876 to 1917. It's very difficult to identify the makers because you really have to study. There are people who study this glass for a lifetime. Look at that flower right there. It is not chipped. It's not dirty. It has no discoloration to it at all. And because it's lead crystal, you get that beautiful, beautiful sound. So I have this piece, and I have, these are so heavy. I have one other ABC vase. I see no interest on this. So if we don't have any ABC folks here tonight, if by chance they don't sell tonight, and you get to think, gosh, I really wish I had bought that ABC vase, these will be brought to sale again. But after offering them tonight, if they don't sell, then they'll go in my eBay store. We do have an opening bid of $150, and I would love to tell you who made it. I don't know if it was Hawks or Libby or Dorflinger or Fry or any of the other 100 makers, because it's so hard. You can study in your books for days and days and days, and I am not. It's not like the EAPG website where you can pretty quickly find it. You have to study. But I'll tell you this. It's American Brilliant Cut, 1876 to about 1917, and I cannot believe it's not chipped. Ollie the Landy has our opening bid of $150, and we will go ahead and count this beautiful vase down. It's the tallest one that I've got in American Brilliant Cut. And if you have no other questions, so we'll get through this one a lot faster. Same story and this one's next. That one's next. So we will have talked about the American Brilliant Cut. No, this didn't come from an estate sale. A lot of this glass was made here in the East. Quite a bit of it was. So here we go, 10. And I think the thing I love the most is that flower. See it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the tall American Brilliant cut. Oh. Ugh. And hi, Dee, Thrill of the Thrift. She's the only one who's allowed to call me Scooty, and she's allowed. And I love it when she does, but she's the only one that can call me that. Dee, you have that right, as much as I mess with you. Dee, did you like our cat fight at the end? I didn't film that. David did. And Dee and I weren't fighting. It was at the end of a video a couple earlier. Dee was having a hard time. I said, Dee, I'll cheer you up and I'll put us having a... We were talking about spaghetti sauce. And we were having one of our brother and sister. Dee and I are brother and sister. We are. I pull her hair. She puts a whoopee cushion under my seat. That's what we do. Did stop go in? What's going on, Karen? Oh, it did. Oh, I am so sorry. Here I am running my... Ollie the Landy at 176. Ollie, thank you. The next one also starts at 150. Yeah, David filmed that without us knowing it. See, we're supposed to have an agreement that we don't film each other unless we know we're being filmed. Thank you, David. Anyway, I have another American Brilliant cut. This one, again, starts at 150. Now, I went through that whole story, so we won't do it again. That's not pressed glass. That's cut. Wow. What is its condition? Wonderful. It also is sort of a corset design. It's cupped at the top. That is a big one. Well, I follow that rule, Dee. I don't film you guys unless I tell you I am. This one is 12 inches tall. You are welcome, Ollie. And I'm telling you, when you get that, put it in the morning sun. Karen has a few pieces of ABC, and she gets up extra early in the morning because she knows just when the sun is coming in to hit it. You will feel like you are in the land of Oz. It is so pretty. Another American Brilliant cut vase, 12 inches tall, and it starts at 150. It's just lovely. It's leaded. Look at it sparkle. When you rub your hands on it, you think you're going to get cut because it's so sharp. It's so wonderful. And I went all around the top, and I do not find any missing teeth. I don't find any chips on the teeth. There might be a small flea bite. It's almost impossible not to have this glass without a flea bite. But because it's cut, it's so hard to tell. ABC made the best looking glass. American Brilliant cut. And remember, there were hundreds of companies and tens of thousands of patterns. Yeah. So we're talking about a type of glass and a period when it was made, 1870s up to about World War I. I said 180 for previous on. Tom O'Connell, I'm not sure what that means. Oh gosh, I hope it wouldn't turn purple. Tom, I don't know what you're saying. Can you look at that again? So this, we have a bid right now, 157 on this. Oh yeah, Tom, you were after the stop. Hit refresh and you'll see, and I'm glad you asked, and it's always a learning curve, and you're okay, Tom. But everyone thinks that they are the winner because of the speeds of your internet. So you have to hit refresh, Tom. Sorry about that. But, oh my gosh, I just, ugh. It's just, I mean, I'm just through these ring lights, I'm sitting here, and the facets, the way this is cut. Whew. Okay, we'll count this one down so we can keep it going. It is 9:09, and our price now is somewhere up around 150 something. I can't tell for sure, but we'll go ahead and we'll count this down. Oh, ting it. Oh, wait a minute. This is heavy and thick. 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on this piece of American Brilliant. Now get back over there with your cousin and don't cause me any problems. Oh, all this on the floor, I'll tell you. It sparkles like diamonds. Okay, so that American Brilliant cut. Oh, we're doing okay. While I'm waiting for my email for my okay, good. Okay, the stop is in, and it might be Ollie at 175 again. So it looks like Ollie's going to get both of the vases. And Ollie, you got that one at 175, yeah? So the earlier one at 165 and this one at 175, Ollie gets it. Ollie, thank you. They'll come in separate boxes, but they will be double boxed, as you well know, and they'll be shipped to you in separate boxes. Thank you so much. Got a lot of glass to get through, so let's keep the ball rolling. And why don't we do, I'm going to go ahead and try to find this on my list. And while I'm doing that, I will tell you that this is from the 30s, and it's going to start at $25. It is a green Art Deco glass, depression glass vase. And it has factory painted flowers on it. It has two very tiny flea bites at the top, which are, I define a flea bite as no bigger than the size of a head of a pin. So you can buy from me with confidence. And for those who like the glow cabinets or to use black lights, this is a piece that will glow it will fluoresce should you choose to display it that way. And I have, the flowers will turn some people off and it will delight others. Whichever camp you're in, it's beautifully painted, the flowers, and the green is so pretty. The vase itself stands 8 inches tall. It has a ribbed optic look. It's very thin glass. I love it. Yes, I believe this to be factory painted. Do I know that for sure? No, but I'm using 40 years of experience. Well, 39 years of experience, soon 40 years of experience of handling painted depression glass. There is a certain something when it's factory painted. And I believe this one to be decorated, not necessarily by probably not by the factory that made it, but by a decorating house. But I do not believe at all that that's something that someone did in the 1970s or 80s. There's just the right amount of wear on it. The skill is excellent. The way the paint is applied, everything about it is telling me, and I've handled a lot of painted, especially the L.E. Smith glass, the black glass that's painted. I've handled a lot of that glass. It really does seem to be factory painted, or at least something that was painted in the 1930s when this piece was new. The high bid is 40 Ali Monte, and we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the 1930s green glass vase. Ooh. All right. Go over there with your grandparents, your American Brilliant Cut grandparents. You can hang out over there. And then we're going to do the other consolidated piece next. But we'll find out who our winner is on this one piece. The Depression piece here in green with the beautiful painted flowers on it is green painted flowers. And the stop is in Ollie the Landy at 100. And Ollie, I thank you again. Now you got 3 boxes coming, Ollie. Boy, your house, get bug. Now, insect, where did you come from? Oh, I've had the doors and windows open. That must be it. Ollie, thank you so much. What is RIP? Is that rest in peace? Ollie, I appreciate that. Thanks to everyone else who placed bids on it. Let's do the next consolidated piece, which... Yes, because I lost. Oh. Ollie, thank you. Well. Oh, starting at $35 is this wonderful Martellet sculptured. We have 367 here tonight. Maybe we can hit 400. I don't know. Look at that. That's pretty. They did this in every color you can think of. Now, again, Consolidated Phoenix glass, 7 inches tall. It's not missing a lid. It's not a light bulb cover. People said, that's a ceiling light cover. No, it's a vase. That's missing a lid. No, it didn't miss a lid. That's how it was made. That's the color of it. It does not glow. And it does not have its label on the bottom. Now, what you'll see is that it's clear glass. And then I don't know how they did this in the factory, but they've applied this sort of frosting to it. And in this case, they've chosen this wonderful sort of toasted coconut color. I mean, I don't know what else, I don't know what color that is. Kind of a brownish color. And it's pretty. You can see that there are stylized flowers on it, which could be whatever kind of flower you'd like. The interesting thing about the Martellet line is they purposefully, when they made these molds, you know how a mold line normally is, you'll just, well, for instance, that's a Hocking vase, Manhattan. There's the mold line. You can see it. Like the seam on the back of pantyhose in the 40s. You know what I'm talking about. Well, with these molds, the seam runs along the carving. So on the nudes, the seam runs along the contour of the drapery or the female nude so that you don't see a seam line going down the middle of a naked lady. Same thing with this. The mold line, and I'm looking at a mold line here. I just found it. It runs along the contour of the stem here so that even though it's molded pressed glass, your eye does not see a mold line. Pretty smart the way they made those molds. Consolidated Phoenix. It's a pretty color. It matches my house beautifully. Yeah. The high bid on it is 50, and we'll count this wonderful 1930s stylized flowers, Martelé line, Consolidated Phoenix piece down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay, that can come over there, that can come over there, and that can go over there. And you're next. I think we're doing okay. We might not go till 10:30. Just happened to be a multi-Oscar winner, has had a country band. Huh? I don't know what that is. I must have missed something. That's okay. So the stop is in, and a Florida Cemetery Channel is our winner at 100. The stop is in. I'm not sure if that was meant for me. Are you asking me about an Oscar winner? I'm so sorry. I don't know what I missed that. But it's Florida. Excuse me if I say Florida Golden. Florida, you know that I know who you are. Oh, no 80, Scott. Okay, sorry. Didn't she outbid herself though? That's fine with me. Yeah, I know it's you. Let's see, Florida Golden, where are you? Where are you? Where's my paper? Brown Consolidated is what I called it. And that's Florida at 80, Florida. Okay, Florida at Florida. Next up, I think this is lovely. And I offered this at a sale once before and no one was interested in it. Maybe somebody is tonight. This, thank you, Florida. I appreciate that. This is the Warwick pottery. This starts at $23. It's 11 inches tall. And I like that side too. Isn't that beautiful? I love earth tones. Brown is beautiful, but we'll turn it this way. And this is a decal, so it's not hand painted. I don't know. My lights are putting all kinds of glare. If I had the money, I'd go out and buy all those expensive tent things that they do. You know, those things with the umbrellas and all of that stuff. But man, all I've got is an old light bulb hanging on a string. This is 11 inches tall, and I just think it's lovely. We have a beautiful woman here. I love her headdress. She's very Victorian looking. And the Warwick pottery mark is here on the bottom. This is American made. They did, you know, all the mugs that have those heavyset mugs, those big monks eating chicken wings and drinking beer. You know what I'm talking about. They did a lot of that. I think they also had a series of all different kinds of dogs. Yeah, that's the same company. But this pottery, American pottery, look at those handles. I mean, those handles are everything. They're like twigs. Are they not? And it's just beautiful the way her dress fades. This is nice. Very nice. What year? I can't tell you what year, but we'll say circa 1900. Circa 1900. Yeah. Look at the way the dress just fades into the brown. I think this is just elegant. Look at her jewelry. 1900, 1910, 1909, something like that. And I love the top. I mean, if you do accidentally drop it and chip it, nobody's going to know because the top is made that way. I love that. See that? Look at the top of it. You don't have to worry about chipping it. It's just beautiful. And even this, to display it this way, is lovely. What do you call that headdress? What do you call that stuff she's got in her hair and on her head? You fashion people and jewelry people will know that. I don't know what that stuff is in her hair. It's beautiful though. Frida Kahlo. You think so? Yeah, maybe. All right, we'll count this down. Does she have rings on her fingers? No, she has no rings on her fingers. Oh, I don't know anything about that I don't know about that. Because I forget when Warwick went out of business. We'll count it down. 10, 9, 8. Somebody appreciates it tonight. I was shocked when it didn't sell the last time I brought it to a sale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The high bid was 43. 2, 1. Ouch. Ugh, and that's it. I mean, for that. Not it, but that's it for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an American company that made that. So the iridescent, we didn't do that yet. So that piece, the stop is in, and boutique 54 at $54. I think we have another new bidder tonight that I don't know, and I love it. I did get the email from Fox. If you're still hanging around, Fox, thank you so much. I checked. So I want to thank Boutique 527, who is our winner at $54. And so Boutique, oh, you're not new. Oh, well, I'll apologize. I don't remember your name. So that means I already have your info. You've bought from me before. So, well, welcome back. Glad to have you. And that must mean that I already have your information if you've bought from a live sale before. So thank you so much. That's coming to you at $54. And so next up, we're going to have well, I can't do a vase sale without saying thank you, McKe, for bringing us the innovation pattern. And here it is again. Now, you know I've had this before in various sizes. I've even had it drilled and turned into lamps. I adore this. Here it is. It's the McKe, and it will measure, or it does measure. Give me 1 second. Because I've lost my spot here. I don't even think I told you where it starts. Oh, it starts at $20 and it's 10 inches tall. $20, 10 inches tall on the McKe Innovation Glass Vase. McKe is partially pressed and partially cut. This is 1916 when it was introduced. And so the American Brilliant cut, over with. EAPG on its way out. And the innovation was that the glass was pressed, but there was some cutting done to it. And they started this pattern. Yes, the same McKe company that made all of the beautiful kitchen glass from the Art Deco era. So 10 inches tall, and it's not chipped, and it's that lovely square. This comes in various sizes. This is a nice small one at 10 inches. And it does not have any problems up here at the top. It's very easy to memorize the McKe innovation. Pretty easy to memorize the innovation pattern. Now look, Bug, we're going to have, you and I are going to have words later when we go off camera. I can tell you that. If old Salem the cat was here, you wouldn't be here for long. I can tell you that. I'll tell you what, when a bug got in the house, it was like a scene from Wild Kingdom. Nobody rested until that cat got that bug. And no, I did not get a new cat. I don't have a new cat. 10, we'll count this down. The high bid right now is 45. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the McKe vase. And then there's a few more things here to sell. We haven't quite finished yet. Oh, I've got... La 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 and da dee 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 da 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 bum 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 bum. Oh, I do too. Okay, the stop is in, and Roxanne with a bunch of numbers and letters at 57. Roxanne, are you a Roxanne that I know? I think you probably are. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember who you are when it's like just a name. But it's fine. It's all cool. I'll look you up. Roxanne S. 2417. Is that really your name, or did YouTube do that? And it's fine if it is. Roxanne, if you Roxanne at 57, yeah. So just email me if you think I don't know you. You know how it works. If you don't get an invoice from me by dinner time tomorrow night, you know I'm having a hard time trying to find you. You know who you were? Yeah, Kathy, you came in after the stop. Yes, I know you. Okay. Yeah, YouTube did that. Okay. Yeah. All right, Roxanne. I appreciate that. Anytime I see a name and it has XY24Z 212, not, you know, that's like, what? Yeah, YouTube did it. Yeah, I know. I gotcha. Okay. So, all right, Roxanne, thank you. Let's do the Prelude at $20. This is a vase with a pattern that's called, oh, this is beautiful. Come here to me, you. This is a beautiful, elegant, tiny flea bite at the top. That's it. This is what's called elegant depression glass because it was bought in a department store, not given away. That's the new Martinsville Prelude pattern. New Martinsville became the Viking later. But you'll see when I hold it up, this is an acid etched pattern. And when you look inside, you can see it's called, well, you can't see that it's called Prelude, but that is the name of the pattern. And we are in the 30s into the 40s. Again, a lot of the, you know, these companies were smart. By the way, this starts at $20 and it's 13 inches tall. They were a whiz at marketing because, and I see Ellie Hill, 1947 has our opening bid of 20. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn in front of you. Went to bed late last night, got up early. I apologize for yawning, but when a yawn comes, a yawn comes. They would produce these patterns and then put them in jewelry stores. And of course, mother would buy the whole set, give it to the daughter, then the daughter would need more. You know how that would work. Boy, those days are long gone when, you know, there was a pattern registered at your local jewelry store. Oh gosh, who does that? One or two people. Oh, those were the days. So elegant depression, the Prelude pattern. If you like it, there's no end. That's the vase. Now the rest of you are yawning. I know it's like a anyway. Oh, pages of narrative, you know, about the June bride and choosing the right type of. Oh, you'll be a disaster in the neighborhood if you don't have New Martinsville elegant prelude glass on your table in 1939. Let's count this down. 10, 9, 8. Oh, we do have 370 people. 10, 9, 8. The high bid right now is 22. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on this New Martinsville Prelude, elegant, acid etched, lovely vase. I got another piece of New Martinsville. I got another piece of New Martinsville coming up. But that piece, the 13-inch Prelude, the stop is in, and Marianne, WM3VS. No, that's wrong. It's Ellie Hill at 25. ELLY, and I have several, at least I think that's right. Ellie at 25, thank you. Let's do the next New Martinsville piece, which also starts at $20, and it's called Floral Basket. Same era. We're right back in that 30s. Look at that thing. Now that and I got my measurements wrong. That one was the 11-inch vase. This is the 13-inch. I hope that doesn't make a difference to, let me get my, I don't think it does, but we don't want to mislead anybody. Okay, so this is a 12.5-inch vase. And this, again, is New Martinsville. The pattern on that is called Floral Basket, and it has a $20 start. You can see the floral basket here. This is acid etched. See it? It's a beautiful, again, glass crystal vase, no lead. Yep. And it's a beautiful 1930s vase by New Martinsville. Now, I don't know if they had a dinner line in the floral basket. They certainly did in the Prelude. Stems and creams and sugars and whatnot. I don't know about the floral basket. They may have. I love these little ribs, these little flying buttresses that sort of stick out that you can't, I don't know how well you can. And it's amazing that these didn't get banged. That's the first thing that's going to get whacked, you know, when this gets put away, and they're perfect. So this vase has a high bid right now of $35 by Brenda Jouleray. I don't know if that T is silent or not. Is it Francify? Is that a French name? We'll count this down. 10. Why am I blurry all of a sudden? I look blurry. Do I look blurry to you? I look blurry on my TV screen. Maybe I have a junky TV. 10, 9, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It doesn't look blurry? All right. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, the packing of this stuff is going to take, this will be all day. It really does take all day to pack and do labels. Oh, it looked blurry for a second. It must have just been something weird. Floral basket. Okie doke. Cheryl Miller at 40. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Thank you, Cheryl Miller. Let's do this because it's 9:39. For those of you who watched the preview, what do you want next? The first thing that comes up is what I'll bring up. I have several things. I don't want to keep anybody hanging past their bedtime. Did you see something in the preview that I have not brought to you yet? Just pop it on the screen, and that's what we'll do next. Otherwise, we have these surprise items as well. All right, the white agate. We'll do the two agate pieces together. All right, so hold on because I can't. I already sold the haul vase, the little haul. I have a surprise haul that you haven't seen in the preview, that wasn't in the preview. But let's do the agate. 10 bucks for both of them. Now, technically, that's a flower pot. All right. This is glass. And the pair of ceramic vases are already sold. These are both, so we have a high bid right now, 15. So these both have the Acro Agate mark on the bottom. This is white with a blue tint. It's not slag glass, but there's a swirl to it. Not so much, but just a little bit of blue, almost like a blue rinse. Remember when ladies used to get their white hair where they have a blue rinse in it? I remember that when I was a kid. I had a neighbor that was, when I was a little boy, 10 years old, I used to go visit her. She lived next door. And she was, oh my gosh, in her 70s. And they would go to Eastern Star. That's the Masonic thing that the ladies go to. And they all had white hair, but they would get the blue rinse. And I used to call them the blue rinse gang. She'd get in the car and there'd be four lovely little old white ladies, white-haired ladies with the blue rinse hair. There goes the blue rinse gang. Isn't that terrible to say that? I wasn't making fun of her. But, you know how a little kid, why is her hair blue? Well, that's what old ladies do with their hair. Oh, I didn't know that. Anyway, so we'll count these down. There are no chips or cracks on these little Acro Agate pieces. 1940s. At $10 was our opening bid, and I think Karen Taylor is at 25. 10, 9, you get both of them. 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, now the young people have blue hair. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I remember that she would have her Eastern Star meeting, and they wore these white dresses, and they would go to this mysterious building in town and do these Masonic things behind closed doors. We weren't supposed to know what was going on. Does anybody do that anymore? That stuff is probably, we all thought that was weird, that their hair was blue. Glad I'm not the only one. You guys are so much fun to have fun with. Oh, wait a minute. Karen, all right, Karen Taylor, 25. Now, what else did I miss? Karen, thank you so much. What else? 25. Karen Taylor. Was there something else that you saw in the preview that I haven't brought to you yet? I have more to sell. Don't go anywhere. Don't tune me out yet. We are still running strong here. Let's do one of the surprises since no one has said anything. The surprise, a surprise for you is going to be this green Swung vase. I'll bring the haul. I'll do that. That's a surprise too. But I have to get my daffodils out of here and pour my water out. Hold on. All right. Now you get in there. Okay, now this is going to get water everywhere. Good. Oh my word, look at that emerald green. Now, before you place a bid, I'm going to tell you why I'm only starting it at $20. Is it chipped? No. Is it cracked? No. But it has the slightest bit of thickness. Not chipped, not cracked, 13 inches tall. And how about that beautiful sort of emerald green? Now, you can't clean sick glass because there's nothing to clean. But the nice thing about a glass like this is when you put water in it, you don't see it. I've poured the water out. The sick glass line is right here. You may barely be able to see it. There's just a tiny bit. Sickness is damage done to the surface of the glass, right? We've all tried to clean these, and we're not going to go through it because you can't clean it. The glass is damaged. So $20. But if you're going to use it as a vase, you and I both know that you don't see the sickness when the water is in it. And it's only very light, but it's there. So it is considered damaged. But it's a pretty vase, and it's $20. So we'll throw that out there. What did I tell you? It's 13 inches tall. Yeah, just a little. It has just a little bit of a common cold. Well, that's the sickness that it has. I've seen much worse than that, but that won't come off ever. No, you can see the sickness without water. You can't see it with water. I think that's what you meant to say, Judy, is when water is in it, you can't see the sickness. As soon as it dries, you can see the sickness. And this is wet because I had water in it. Yeah, suffering from allergies. But since I poured the water out, it's still kind of damp. So, but yeah, it's pretty green color. And look at the top. All right, no interest. We're going to put the hard stop in there. If we have no interest in it at 20, we'll get ready in a moment. We'll give it another second so that if anybody wants to throw in a bid. Now, once I give the hard stop, that's it. We're done. We move on. We just move right ahead. And so there's your warning. If no one is interested at 20, Karen, you can go ahead and get ready. No interest at 20. Karen, you can throw in the hard stop. And we'll put this away. And next up, we'll bring the biggest hall vase that I've ever had. Oh, gracious. This hall vase starts at 30. It has a chip on the top, which someone is going to have to repair. I've never had one any bigger than that. Look at that. Ugh. Compared to the hall vase we had earlier. That is 16 inches. Boy, that is something else. Where's the chip? It's a big one. It's at the top. So you crafters, go ahead and fix it. That's it. There's no other damage on this guy. These are okay. There's a glaze skip here. A little one here. Not bad. But oh my word, this is a big guy. Decorated on this side and this side. 16 inches. Clearly marked Hall on the bottom. And what I'd like you to see is Up on my mantle piece, I have two, this isn't for sale. I have two matching hall vases on either side of my black mantle clock. This used to sit on top of the mantle clock, but it's just so big, it's way out of proportion. So I decorate with these little hall vases. And these aren't that little. These are 12 inches, 12 or 13 inches. But that big 16-inch guy, my word. And again, you know, repair that chip on the top. It's there. All right. So the high, yeah, beautiful spring colors and beautifully decorated on both sides. I think it's a little more decoration here on this side. That would hold a lot of tulips. So this hall vase now, here we go. And the high bid is 40. D Holly, the high bid is 40 at the moment, and we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I have to put it on my shoulder. 5. Karen, I'll smack you. She says, that's a joke between me and Karen, and I'm not going to smack her. It'll hold a lot of Q-tips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I know what she's doing. 3, 2, 1. That's it on this massive hall vase. I don't have a hall book, but I can't imagine that they made one bigger than 16 inches. Woo! Oh. Boy, I'll tell you what. Okay, so our winner on that is whoever it was. I have to go back up. D Holly Holly at 40. Okay. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Okay. You can still tell me if there was anything you saw in the preview that I haven't brought to you yet. If there's anything that you saw in the preview that you're waiting for, scream real loud, because no one has screamed real loud for that, and I really don't know what this is, so I haven't really brought that to you yet. But if you want it, we'll try it. Let's do a swung vase that you don't know about. Boy, that's a big one. That one, and I can tell you about this. I'm trying to watch the chat at the same time. This one is 16 inches as well. Okay, I'll do that red vase. That'll come up next. This is a 16-inch swung vase, and this is on the database, so I can tell you about this guy. Look at the top of it, and it starts at 20. No. Yes, it does. No, it starts at 15. Well, Karen, you haven't put it in yet, so it starts at 15. Okay. This 16-inch swung vase, that's what I get for eating ham 20 minutes before going on the air. This 16-inch swung vase starts at what I just said that it started at, and let me tell you about it. It's called the 10-Pointed Star. By Bryce Higbee and Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1879 until 1907. This was introduced in 1906. And since they went out of business in 1907, And this was introduced in 1906. Was it only in production for 1 year? I guess so. Blah. There's the information from the database. Take a look at the bottom of it. Boy, is it pretty. It's not chipped either, and it is a tall one. I don't know if I've ever had, and it's not sick. My goodness, you know, these get sick, and this one isn't. You have to see if he brings the vase back at the end. If I bring what vase, which vase back? I missed it. The American Brilliant Cut has already been sold, Christy. All the American Brilliant Cut for tonight is sold. But we'll count this down. I don't know what our high bid is on it. Oh, the green one? Okay. Okay. Karen, would you help me? Where are we on this? On the Swung vase. This beautiful Swung vase. I've lost track of where I am. It's going to be okay. Oh, Christy. Which Christy? Oh, Christy Anderson. Hendry. Christy Anderson Hendry at 150. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, wait a minute. Everybody stop. I don't think Christy is bidding on that. Hold on for a second. Because Christy, I need to be sure that you're bidding 150 on this. Because she's asking, how do you hit refresh? And I think there might be a mistake here. I don't want to mess anybody up. Christy, are you bidding 150? No, she's lagging. I thought so. See, okay, so stop. Not a problem. It's not Christy at 150 for this. No, that's a lagging issue. No problem, Christy. All good. Let's back up. If everyone will just let me take care of this, me and Karen. Florida Golden Girl has the high bid of 60. So that's what we're going with. Right now, Florida Golden Girl has the high bid of 60. Let's go from there. I think that's where we are, because I know that was a mistake, Christy. Thank you, everyone. Let Karen and I'll fix it. We want to be fair for everyone. So I'm announcing to you that our high bidder right now is Florida Cemetery Channel at 60. And we'll count it down from there. So, Christy, you've come in somewhere in the middle of the show, and you have to go out and then come back in again. Florida Golden at 60. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Thank you, everyone, for letting us slow down for a second and straighten that out. Make sure we didn't mess up. We'll wait for the stop. And I know we're going to do this red piece next. And it sounds like someone wants that green one to come back, which we will. The stop is in, and we'll do we'll $60. Florida. And it is a gift to LYNNF. I have to make sure I have the mailing address for Lynn. I believe I know which Lynn that is. And I think I have that mailing address. But if I don't, Florida, I'll, and happy birthday. It's someone's birthday. Yeah, I know which, I just don't, Karen, I don't know what you mean when you say we can't find that. What is that? What is that you can't find? Oh, we can find that? Okay. All right, very good. That okay, we'll keep going. I got you. Okay, thank you. So Florida Golden Girl at 60, and it's a gift to Lynn Fogel. Okay, let's do this beautiful thing, and I don't know what it is. Maybe you know. John wanted me to bring it back. I don't know. Mid-century. I love the color. This is $20. Ooh, it's 13 inches tall. My goodness. You are, thank you. This is 13 inches tall. Can I hold a black light to this? I don't know what you're, I don't know. I don't see the cadmium, so there might be, but it's not, you know, with all these lights in here. This measures, this doesn't have any chips or cracks in it. And it's 13 inches tall. And okay, so we're not getting anything out of this. So I don't see the cadmium to give you that, what you might be. It's not marked. And the funny thing is, every time I show this vase, everybody always says, it's marked. And I don't know why you guys don't believe me. There's no mark on it at all. I think people are confused. They see, like, see, there is no mark. There's no maker's mark on this. So I don't know. I do not study mid-century glass. I am ignorant in terms of my knowledge, very lacking in knowledge on mid-century. It's just not something that I know anything about, but I love the quilted look to it. It's tall, it's pretty. So I can't really say any more than that. I just don't know. I guess caveat emptor. It's a pretty glass vase. Whether it's from 1960 or 1999, I don't know. Does anybody know? Like, do you know? Like, do you know? No. I don't know. I don't even think we have any bids. Oh my goodness, what time is it? Oh, it's 10:02. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. We'll do the green vase, and that's, nobody else said anything. Let's count this down. It's so pretty. 10. I think someone placed a bid. And thank you for gifting that item, Florida. That was kind of you, to Lynn. So this is bid. We have a bid of 80, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and it's not a true red, and it's not an amberina either. But there's, when I hold it up in front of the light, there is a hint of orange, but not enough for me to call it amberina. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Ooh. All right, we'll do. I'll bring this back. That might be it. Because someone was interested. Someone asked about it. Nobody. I don't think anybody wants the Manhattan. Okay, the stop is in. Okay, Florida Cemetery Channel wins. what I wrote down as a 13-inch mid-century. John, are you here? John asked for us to bring it back. John, Robert, did you know what that was? Florida, do you know? I don't know. Sometimes you can tell by looking at the bottom. Even though if there's not a mark on it, there's a distinctive way that the molds are done, that kind of thing. But I don't know. All right, we'll finish up with the Swung vase. Someone asked to bring that back, and that was 20. You like the color? I love the color as well. It really is pretty. No, the only other clear... I have no other clear vases to bring to you tonight. But someone asked, I think, to bring the emerald green Swung vase. It's been a long day. I think someone requested that we bring this back. So we'll bring this back at 20, and we'll see if that person is still here. And that'll do it. I don't think we'll bring anything else. What was the Manhattan vase? Where's the person who wanted me to bring this back? Are they here? Come on now. You said bring it back. Maybe they went to the bathroom. I have 2 Manhattan vases. Karen, did someone ask for this? I think so. I think you said that you wanted me, that someone said they wanted me to bring this back. Oh, Catherine. Oh, there's Catherine Tate. Catherine, are you the one? Okay, well, Catherine has a bit of 20. Has asked for, it's such a pretty color green. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On on this pretty, very pretty emerald green swung glass vase. And I was going to put my daffodils back in it, but I don't have the water in here, so I can't do that yet. Okay. Nice. Stop is in, and who is it? It is Catherine Tate at 20. Okay, Catherine. Well, if there's no interest in those Manhattan vases, that'll do it. That'll do it. The green, okay, 20. Okay. Catherine. Okay. Catherine, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I feel like running around the block. Keep going. Well, I sold everything that was in the preview, except I didn't bring the Manhattan vases, and no one said that they want them. So I don't really have anything else. Well, I have 2. I have 2 Manhattans. That was my first time bidding. Well, see, it wasn't. Now I know you didn't win anything tonight, Tyler Brindle, but see, wasn't that fun? That wasn't bad, and that was so much fun. I'm so glad we had 350 folks here tonight, and I'm so thrilled. Well, you could do the EAPG picture. Karen, I know you were after that. No, because I want those flowers to stay in there. I promise you, Karen, it's coming. It's just not coming tonight, though, if that's okay with you. But it will come. It certainly will, Karen. I'll be bringing it, but not as yet. I don't know what all the question marks are. Oh, the Manhattan. Pink. Wait, I've watched a lot before I started following you. Oh, how nice. Let's see here. All right. At 8 inches tall and starting at $30, I have 2 Manhattan vases by Anchor Hocking, not Park Avenue. So this is the 30s, both vases. You get both of them. I'm selling 2 of them. The starting price is $30, and it's an offer up, and it's for both of them. The Park Avenue of the 80s doesn't have the boop, 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 boop around the bottom. And that's how you tell the difference between, and this one needs to be washed. This one is cleaner than that one, but they're both Manhattan. They're both the Art Deco 1930s Manhattan vases made by Acro Agate Company. So it's $30 for the 2. Please check your email for my contact information. Susan. Okay, but you're a Susan. Are you a Susan that I know, Susan? Because I have a bunch of Susans. I got an email from Christina, and I got one from Jacqueline. I didn't get anything. I didn't get one from Susan. So I don't know. Susan, did you win anything tonight? No need to pre-register. Yeah, I don't know, Susan. I don't. Let me see. Did I write you down as a winner? Lisa, la 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 la. I don't have you written down as having won anything, Susan, tonight. Imagine drinking a Manhattan from one. No, Susan knew from last week. I won last week. Okay. Oh, that reminds me of something else I want to tell you about, something that happened last week. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so at 8 inches tall, I have 2 Manhattan glass vases. Elena Cunningham has our high bid of 30. Well, we have 2 people tied for 30, so we'll give you a second to decide. Elena, you're not first. Somebody came in before you with a $30 bid. So, but anyway, it is both of them at 30. And we'll count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On to Manhattan glass vases. And I know what it is I want to tell you from the last live sale that I did. I know exactly what I want to tell you, and I'm going to tell you. And I want you to listen to this, please. Let's see. Let's get our stop in, and the Manhattan vases are on the way to Irene Cousins at 42. All right, Irene, you are a Jersey girl, so they don't have too far to go. Thank you for placing your bids, everyone. Irene. Thank you, everyone who bid on those, who placed bids on those. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm starting to fade. I hit the 10 o'clock hour and it's like, ooh, I just start. Let me think here. Thank you so much. Oh, I do want to tell you something. And this is a good story, and I won't drag it out. But let's first say this. Happy Easter. Yeah, we're not there yet. We got to get Good Friday, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday. Happy Easter Sunday coming up. I'll probably do something this week, video here or there. Thank you for coming tonight and being a part of this. I so much appreciate you all being here and taking part in the live sales. Karen, thank you for everything that you did tonight. Thank you for all the new folks that we had and the other folks who were here who were helping. It's fun to do theme shows like this, you know. So I appreciate that. And what I want to tell you now is this. And I don't know if she's here. It's all good and you're going to love it. Last week, during a sale, someone we couldn't see them. They were watching. They were placing bids. They were chatting. I couldn't see anything. The moderator couldn't see anything. None of the people could see anything. And while I was live, I looked at my email and a person said, "Why aren't my bids being recognized? Why can't you see me? Why isn't anybody, you know?" And if you remember, I came back on live and I don't remember your name. Let's call you Daffodil. I said, "Daffodil, I'm so sorry, but I don't see you anywhere in the chat. I have no idea who you are, or I can't see it. I am so sorry." And nobody could see Daffodil. Well, and I said, "Are you there? Are you there? Put something in the chat." Nothing. So then later that night before I went to sleep, I got another email from Daffodil who said, "No, it's not Back in the Day Finds. It's nobody that you guys, it's don't try to guess who it is. It's not anybody that you know." And they couldn't be seen anywhere. And so, but they wrote to me and we wrote back and forth maybe 2 or 3 times. And this lady was so nice. And as I was writing to her, I said, "You know what? The internet is weird and things happen." I said, "You know what? Why don't you try that?" You remember when years ago, people would say, "Well, unplug it and plug it back in." I'm not talking about with modern computers, but 40 years ago, 50 years ago, we were saying that. Unplug it and plug it back in. So I said to her, double check. She asked me if I had blocked her, if she had offended me. And I said, "No, people don't offend me unless they're nasty. And, or some other reason." I said, "No, I didn't block you." And we were trying to brainstorm what could be the problem. Guess what? I said, "You know what? Just try this. Go look and see if you're subscribed." She said, "I am." I said, "All right, just for kicks and jollies, unsubscribe and then resubscribe." You know what? It fixed it. She unsubscribed, she resubscribed, and she jumped up and down and did a dance. She wrote back to me and she said, "I am so excited. I went back and I made a comment and I can see myself." I couldn't see myself on anything. She couldn't even see herself. Just the strangest thing. She unsubscribed, resubscribed, and there she was. And she wrote this lovely email, and I need to write back to her again. I get so busy. And it was so, I was so thrilled, and it was so nice that she didn't jump to conclusions or get mad or anything like that. It's just another example of sometimes in this internet world, things just happen and we can't explain it. But I wanted to share that with you because it happened live in last Monday night's sale. And it was just bizarre. And we were all, no one really knew what the problem was. Solved. So I just wanted to share that with you and to say that I really do appreciate when you take a breath and we try to figure out, no, it wasn't Blanche hair. What did I do with Blanche hair? I think Blanche is down in the basement. And, but anyway, so that happened. And it cleared it up. I don't know. Blessed Holy Week to you too, Marie Dilly. Happy Easter weekend, everybody. Yeah, absolutely happy Easter weekend. So isn't that something? I wanted to share that with you. And if there's no further business, we shall adjourn. Shall we adjourn? Happy Easter greetings, everyone. All right, we'll adjourn. Invoices tomorrow morning at some point, tomorrow before dinner time. And shipping later on this week. Ooh, there's something I'm forgetting, and I know it, but I'll just have to forget it because I can't remember what it is. So long, folks. And now everyone can say goodnight from wherever you're from. Get off the floor. I'll deal with it, Susan. I think it's because of the email on the cookbooks. I know. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with it. Not deal with it. Okay. Now I know what that is. So I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, she was with the. You're right. She was with the cookbooks. We'll straighten it out. All right. I'll fix it. Happy Easter, everyone, and good night from wherever you're from. Ridley Park, Ontario, Binghamton. Ooh. I wonder if my friends are here from, there's New Jersey and Florida and Texas and all those other places in Tennessee. I don't think my friends in England or Sweden, they're all in bed as they should be. Massachusetts and so forth and so on. Happy Easter. Good night, all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.